I found out that I was found guilty and convicted, I was in shock.
I cried and I just couldn't believe the verdict.
To be thought of as a gang member and a murderer was unreal for me. I'm like, who is this person? It's definitely not me.
I was angry. I was angry at the detectives. I was angry at the eyewitnesses because I knew that it wasn't true.
I was an A student. I did everything possible that I could do with my life to get out of South Central LA. The same people that supposed to serve and protect me failed me.
I hope that somebody will see she did not commit this crime. She is innocent of this crime and that her record will be clear.
Well, despite proclaiming her innocence, Kiera spent nearly 2 decades behind bars. She says it nearly killed her.
Yeah, so coming into prison, I was scared. There was so many times I thought I was gonna die. So my biggest fear was running into the victims' gang and their family members. I was labeled a gang member coming into prison. I feared the correctional officers would label me as a gangbanger and treat me bad, and some did. So at least for the first 2 or 3 years, I had to fight 2 to 3 times a day. I had black eyes sometimes, so I was threatened to go to the hole if I don't tell them what was going on. However, a couple of lifers stepped up and they went in there and they explained to the lieutenant that I was actually innocent, and the lieutenant moved me safely to another yard to where I could really start over again. He saved my life. There was moments I broke down. So I went around to all the ladies and I collected pills and I made a plan to take my own life. So when I left and I went back to the dorm and I walked in my room, I noticed a big box on my bed. And the box on my bed was from the California Innocence Project. And what it said was, we believe in you, and we believe that you're innocent, and we believe you didn't commit this crime. And we're gonna help you, we're gonna fight for you. And for that moment in my life, I knew that somebody out there somewhere cared, and that was enough for me to not take my life that day. Even though I didn't get my freedom till over 8 years later, it was enough to keep me going. I was always told that if one person believes in you, then that's enough, you know? And the craziest part about it is I had my one person here all alone, you know? Like, she never, ever left my side, you know? But I felt so much pain because this woman was threatened. It was a hurtful thing to see her have to go through that. Her whole life was changed behind this. She was a normal teacher, doing what she was supposed to do, just at her job, and something like this happened, and she just come in to tell what is the truth, and she suffered. Then I have my grandmother, she's old, and she's coming to visit me. My mother, she's like devastated that this even happened, you know, my family, you know, and in that moment, I wanted to die. I wanted to end the pain for everybody because I was the common denominator to everybody's pain. And I believe that I was. And I see their faces and it just bothers me that they all have to go through this. And if I would have never dated this person, then they would have never even been able to say, oh, Kiera Newsom or anything like that. So I wanted to die, but when I got that big old paperwork, I fought for those transcripts for 3 years. For 3 years, I wrote them and put help on the top of the letter, H-E-L-P in bright red, okay? I was serious. I needed a breakthrough right then and there. I was labeled a gang member. I was sent to prison. That box, Dr. Phil, that box was enough. That was the beginning of my transformation process in prison.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.